Hey everyone, Austin Fothery here with icdevs.org. Today we're going to take a look at the token port sample of the ETHGent testnet. And this demo is to show the precompiles that come built into the ETHGent network that allow you to sort of transparently wrap ICRC1 tokens on the internet computer network into your EVM and start working with them as if they were ERC20. So what that means is that any existing Solidity code out there that works with ERC20 technology will work with ICRC tokens. You just have to add a way for internet computer users to deposit their token into the EVM. So if you come to the ETHGent samples, there's the token port. What token port actually does is it's actually just Uniswap under the hood. So there's a Uniswap contract deployed to ETHGent's testnet. It uses Uniswap v2 to build a simple token pool and to swap tokens along the existing curve. This sample doesn't show anything about depositing more liquidity or withdrawing liquidity or anything like that. It just sort of has a preset pool. So we'll connect MetaMask here. And we are at this address and we're on the Ethereum network. I'm going to switch to the ETHGent test network. That's actually what I'm on. If you're not on the ETHGent testnet, it will, I believe this icon here will activate and it'll add it to your wallet for you. The token port, you could add internet identity login here or log in with plug or something else to get a principal. We just are generating one in local storage, so don't use this for any sort of real work or real system because this address will go away. But it's given me an internet computer principal. I don't have any local ETH, so I'm going to request the local ETH here. This sends a request to the ETHGent testnet, and it gives me native ETH on the network. I also do not have any alpha or beta tokens. This is just your standard ICRC 1234 Motoko based token. So we can see the balance of fees, the fee, get all the metadata here. You kind of see that it's just a simple token alpha. So we have alpha and beta. Those are just standard tokens. There's nothing in this token that knows anything about Ethereum, anything about ETHGent at all. So I'm going to claim some alpha and beta, and behind the scenes, this is going to hit those tokens, and I believe there's maybe a mint. Yeah, there's a mint button here. And now we need to wrap some of our tokens. So basically what happens when you wrap your tokens on the ICRC network, there's not really a smart contract. The ETHGent network gives every ICRC token every ICRC token plus user its own deterministic address. So given CKUSD, USDC, or given CKETH, or given CKBTC, or given ICP, or given SNEED. Each of those has its own address that you can deposit your tokens into, or that you're supposed to approve your tokens to. So I'm going to put wrap 100 alpha, and that is basically I am calling from account 3 to this precompile this data. And when I do that, behind the scenes, it will approve. So there's an IC side where I have to approve the ETHGent network to take the tokens, and then there is a precompile that lets me deposit them to the EVM. So now I have 100 W alpha, and I'll do the same. So now that I have some alpha and beta, I can switch over to the swap side, and this just operates like any other swap. So if I say I want to get one W alpha, it's going to give me 0.45 W beta. And I should be able to click swap. So we have that done now. We can see that there we go, that it was swapped. That's basically it as far as the functionality goes. Now behind the scenes, it's a ERC20 contract or a Uniswap v2 contract, so you can create new pools, you can seed new pools, you can withdraw the pool, all that stuff. If we click this Read Token Port docs, we'll see some interesting stuff. The first is we can actually look at the Solidity file for Token Port. And you could see here the topology and interface for the OX1004 selector, which is the precompile that lets you do these magical things with ICRC1 contracts, like register tokens and admin function. Getting the ERC20 address is the what is the ERC20 contract on an ETHGent network for USDC or BTC or ETH or ICP or SNEED. These other ones are helpers. They'll let you figure out where to deposit your tokens, what address you should use for that, to trigger the deposit from an approved account, and then also to check the status of that approval. Because the ICRC tokens, when you call them, that becomes an asynchronous process, and you break atomic atomicity, if you will. And so you have to check the status of that. And once the status is finalized, then you know your token has been deposited in the correct account that the ETHGent network controls, and that it will protect those tokens until someone withdraws them from the ETHGent network back to the control of someone else on the ICRC1 ledger network. So you can scroll through this and kind of see what these helper functions are. And then you can see the schema for some of this. So if you want to calculate what the ERC20 address will be, it gives you the deterministic schema. There's a deterministic schema for where you approve to, and there's a function call both in Ethereum, and then I believe also there's an IC endpoint as well. So you explore those and kind of see and envision how you might build out your own swap. Maybe you want to deploy a later version of Uniswap and add all the tokens and build a atomic swap platform that's multi-token based. ETHGent plus this ICRC1 compatibility and interoperability code should enable you to do that. Please reach out to ETHGent and IC Devs if you're interested in building that. So go check it out, and we'll talk to you soon.